everyone. Welcome to our very first Campfire chat. We're excited to be here. It's our first ever time doing something like this, so bear with us.
Yes.
But we want to introduce ourselves first. I'm Jenny Anderson. I am the co-founder and CEO of Celebrate EDU, which is a nonprofit that is dedicated to teaching entrepreneurship and business to people with disabilities and helping them launch their own businesses. And that's so important to us because of my brother, Brent. So I'll have him introduce himself now.
I'm Brent Anderson. I'm Jenny's older brother, and my business is Unintentional Humor, which is a series of books called Unintentional Humor, Celebrating the Literal Mind, which shows in the form of cartoons and short stories how people with autism, like me, can take different forms of language very literally. So my books show how I took different forms of language, such as idioms and nouns and verbs, literally. And I also have a speaking business where I present my life's journey, how my book came to be, why humor is important, and why it's also difficult for people with disabilities to understand humor as well. So that's my business, and my sister was inspired to create Celebrate EDU because of what I'm doing. So
yep. Awesome. And you might be wondering, what is a Campfire chat? Yes, we have this amazing set here for these types of events. And this is a fake cardboard campfire, so don't worry.
And this is a real pine tree in the studio, because as we got it from our backyard after one of our neighbors threw out their Christmas tree, and so it smells like a Christmas tree in here. So
we really have the set going and the vibes of a campfire chat. But what this is going to be a live video event like now, and we're going to host them about every month and talk about skills and things that we think are important for self-advocates and anyone that's interested in being an entrepreneur.
And we will also have guest speakers coming on future chats, and also former Celebrate EDU students and other guests that will come and speak with us in future chats.
Yep. But today you've just got the two of us, and we're going to talk a little bit about goals. It seems like a really great thing to talk about at the beginning of a year. So since 2020, we're still in January, it's 2021. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the goals that we've set and show a video of one of the goals that Brent is really working on in 2021. And then we'll open it up to Q&A. So questions you have, please feel free to leave them in the chat, and we'll get to your questions. We also want you to participate throughout this as well. So please comment. And if you're joining us live, and we're super happy to be online with you. And then after that, we're going to talk about Spark 101, which is one of the awesome programs that Celebrate EDU is offering this year. So we'll go ahead and start by talking about some of our 2021 goals. But first, let's cheers to our first Campfire chat. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you have your coffee or hot chocolate or drink of choice to tune in with us today. So let's talk about our goals. I set a few goals for this year. I love setting goals. I'm a weird person that likes to write them down and accomplish things. But some of my goals for 2021, one of them is to spend less time on screens. So because of 2020, everything moved virtual, and we spent so much of our time connecting with people on computers and phones. And I do a lot of work on my computer, but in this year, I'm really trying to work on being better about disconnecting and doing things offline, like puzzles, crafts, reading books, things like that, playing board games, things that are just require me to not be on a screen.
That sounds great. So are there any other goals that you plan to do this year, Jen?
Yeah, I am also working to learn graphic design in 2021. So something that's always been of interest to me, but I've never really ventured into it. So I'm going to take a few online classes about graphic design and try to build that skill, learn how to make awesome stuff. How about you, Brent? Why don't you share some of your 2021 goals?
Well, one goal that I have is to read more, as just like you. because during the pandemic, when it got started, I really started to read a lot more. And my goal now is to read at least one book a month. I am currently reading a book called Avatar, The Shadow of Kyoshi, which if you have watched Avatar, The Last Airbender, then you'll know that Avatar Kyoshi was one of the avatars that took place, that was alive before the show started. And so it's about her early life. It's a series of 2 books. I have read the first one already, and the first one was called The Rise of Kyoshi, and I've read that already, and now I'm in the process of reading the second book, The Shadow of Kyoshi.
Awesome. I'm going to put up this question as well. So if you have goals for 2021 and want to share them in the comments, please do so. Brent, what are some other goals you're working on this year?
Well, I wanted to also add I've read another book.
What other books have you read this year?
I also read a book called Circe, which is a book about, in a story form about Circe, who from Greek mythology, who is basically the goddess of sorcery, and it tells her life journey and through all the myths that she's been in, and I really, really enjoyed that book. And there is another book that I hope to read next month that's about Achilles and his life as well. So,
yep, Brent is very into Greek mythology, so it's cool to see him reading these books.
Yep.
All right. And what other goals do you have set for 2021?
One of the other goals I have is to do more working out. Before the pandemic started, I used to go to a gym and try to do workouts on like weight machines and also walk a lot. But when the pandemic started, I obviously couldn't go to the rec center anymore, so I wasn't able to work out. So now I am doing things like I've really gotten into yoga, and I'm also going to be doing ab workouts, and obviously still going to walk again. But yeah, I plan to get into better shape over the course of the year as well. So yeah,
I think that's a lot of people's 2021 resolutions. I feel like that's a big popular one.
Yes.
But that's awesome. And what else are you working on?
Well, I have a goal for my business to start up this year. I want to start putting videos on a series of videos on the Unintentional Humor YouTube channel for that will describe idioms and cartoons, and it'll be like a series of really fun and interesting and informative videos. And so we'd like to show a video that shows how I ultimately came up with this goal and the process that I plan to do to make this goal achievable.
We're going to share that video now.
One skill that is important to learn is how to set goals. A goal is something that you are working toward that helps keep you motivated and focused so you can achieve it. I like to use the SMART goals method. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. Specific means you describe exactly what you are working toward. Measurable goals are ones where you can determine whether or not you have reached them. Achievable means that your goal is realistic and is something that can actually be done. Relevant means it is something that matters to you. Timely means that you set out a specific amount of time to achieve your goal. It is important that a SMART goal is all 5 of these things. This year, one of the goals I am working on will help me with my business. I want to post on my YouTube channel. To make this something I can really accomplish, I wrote it as a SMART goal. Launch my Unintentional Humor YouTube series about the cartoons and idioms in my books by February 5th. I used the SMART Goals worksheet to write down what I will do to achieve my goal. Here are some of the steps I am taking to meet my goal. Number 1, choose 3 cartoons and idioms from my books. Number 2, research the meaning and history of the idioms. Number 3, write a script that I will use in my videos and practice them. Number 4, schedule a time to record my videos with the help from my family. Number 5, post my first video on my YouTube channel. This is something I know I can do, and following these steps will keep me motivated and focused. Here are a few tips for you to remember when you are setting your own goals. Write down your own goals. I use the goal setting worksheet and it really helps. Tell others about the goals you are working on so they can encourage and help you. Don't set too many goals because it can be hard to work on lots of things at the same time. And finally, celebrate when you achieve one of your goals. I will definitely be celebrating when I launch my unintentional humor videos on YouTube next month.
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I do really look forward to making these videos, and I hope people will stay tuned to the Unintentional Humor YouTube channel and watch the videos that I'm making and comment on them, and I really hope that they'll be enjoyable. So
yep, and we'll keep you updated on our next Campfire chat to see the progress on these goals, because I think it's important to know about how to achieve goals and check back in on them. So we'll keep updating everyone. One thing that's really important when you're setting goals is that you want to write them down. So did you know that by writing down your goals, you are 42% more likely to achieve them? So Brent taking the time to write down his goal is hugely important to helping him achieve this goal. So while you're thinking about goals, and I know I saw a few in the chat, we're going to check in on that next, make sure you're writing them down. By writing them down, you will have a better chance of achieving them, which is what we're working toward. So let's go ahead and look. I'm going to look through a few of you shared some of the goals you're working on. I see working on my novel, which is amazing.
yeah.
Brent knows a little something about writing books.
Well, it takes a lot of work, but it's worth it when you finish it. And,
yep, awesome. Finding a potential job. Oh, you found a potential job opportunity, so you wanted to work on getting that job. Amazing. That's a great goal.
Yeah.
Lots of great steps you can take within there. We'll try ASL video on YouTube. Amazing. I love that, Emily. Very, very cool. So we are hoping that you will continue to share your goals with us. We would love to know what you're working on and what we can help you with. And one way that we know that is really awesome to be able to achieve your goals, and one thing that we can offer, is our Spark 101 class, which is a class that we're offering. It starts next Monday on the January 25th, and it is a 2-week class that helps you better understand yourself and understand your goals and what you're working on. And so we would love for you to check that out. You can learn about it, and the best way, I think, I can tell you more about it, but I think hearing from one of our students and what they have to say about it is even better. So I'm going to go ahead and share a video of a student named Katie and what she experienced as a Spark 101 participant and what she learned. And I know that Katie's on the call, so we couldn't have her live with us today because we're still figuring out what we're doing, but we thought showing a video of her would be awesome. So here's that for you.
My name is Katie Vaughn. I live in Spokane, Washington. I'm interested in working with children, being helpful, and working hard. My family and friends are important to me. My dream for the future is to get a job where I will be happy, successful, and know what's expected of me. I learned a lot with Celebrate EDU and thought the lessons were very applicable. This has been a great stepping stone for my future and a great tool that will help me achieve my goals. Thank you for your help. I would encourage anyone to do this program. It is a fantastic program.
How awesome is Katie? So thanks for those kind words. And Katie's the one that shared on this call that she found a potential job opportunity. So we're rooting you on, Katie, and here to help with whatever we can. We did get a question about Spark 101, which is what time is the class? That's a great question. So the class is a little different than perhaps other classes that you've taken online, but you get to log into the Celebrate EDU website whenever is convenient for you. So when you have support or whenever it's a good time of day, and watch the videos and complete the activities on your own speed. You will have check-ins with your instructor on Zoom, so virtually talking with your Celebrate EDU instructor, and that you will schedule in advance and find a time that works for both you and the instructor. So it's a little bit of there's not a specific time, so it's a little bit of a hybrid, but it's a really great way for you to explore and understand online education and then learn more about yourself through the course.
Yeah.
So hopefully that answered your question. Any other questions about Spark 101? Anyone else want to share about goals or things that we can support? We are here. Well, any questions about our awesome campfire? We have lots of things we could talk about.
Yeah, we do. It doesn't look like it at this point, but
nope, it doesn't. But feel free to keep commenting on the video on Facebook or YouTube, and we will respond to your comments. Anything you want to share, we are really excited. Don't light a campfire at home. This is a good point. This is not a real fire. So we just are having a little fun, pretending like we're all gathered around a fire together. So yeah. Oh, another comment. What if I don't have an idea for a business yet? Great question. Spark 101 is a perfect class if you don't have an idea for a business. The whole goal of the course is to better understand what you would like to do and explore that. So you'll get to look at over 100 different business or job ideas and kind of see what's the best fit for you. We have some assessments in there to better understand yourself and your interests and strengths. So it's a great way, if that's kind of where you are, to better understand yourself and see if Spark one or see what path would be the best fit for you.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
awesome. You can, if you're interested in signing up for Spark 101, you can visit this site that we're listing below, and you can always email us as well on our website. There's a contact form you can send in with any other questions or just leave comments on the live video. We're happy to get back to you on anything you're interested in learning about.
absolutely.
Great. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us for our very first Campfire chat and sticking with us as we figure out what this looks like.
Yeah.
We hope that you learned something about setting goals, and we look forward to talking about different subjects in the future videos.
We'll see you soon, and keep up the grip. Well, I hope to stay tuned and log into the website and check out both our websites in order to keep our businesses going. So have a great day.
All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks.